Okay, we got some of the dumbest wrestlers out there saying some of the dumbest things imaginable. So today, you know I gotta fire up this camera and talk about Ronda Rousey and Matt Riddle a little bit. My name is Dan Frampton. This is Wrestling Absorber Radio. Likes and subs. Let's go. So over the last couple days, we've had a couple former WWE wrestlers out there just jibber-jabbering and saying some of the stupidest stuff that I have ever heard, okay? First, let's talk about Matt Riddle, and then we're going to get into the whole Ronda Rousey situation. So what happened with Matt Riddle, okay? He's this guy that was a UFC fighter, turned wrestler, and then turned tag team wrestler with Randy Orton, then got fired because of his behavior or whatever. This guy's kind of a loose cannon. He likes to call out people and then not really have what it takes to back it up when it's all said and done. So this guy, Matt Riddle, had a booking in the UK. This booking was for a wrestling company running a charity event. It was booked months ago, and Matt Riddle was booked on this thing to be flown in to wrestle on a charity event. What did he do? He didn't show up. So Cultaholic ran an exclusive report saying Matt Riddle no-showed this event. It was a charity event. This guy's a piece of crap, isn't he? Then after Cultaholic broke that news, everybody started talking about this because Matt Riddle's erratic behavior behind the scenes is very, very concerning, okay? This guy is a degenerate. This guy is a bad person that people do not feel safe around. And his response to being called out to not showing up to a charity event is really going to show how deranged this individual is. So here's our boy Matt Riddle here after being called out for not showing up to a contracted event to go out there and wrestle for charity. Roll it.
GWK. The reason I didn't go is because you booked me a flight for Thursday for a show that was happening Sunday, and you said you were booking me meet and greets, other matches, and appearances. You did none of that. I had nothing scheduled, and I was going to sit in a hotel room for 2 days in London. I told you multiple times I can't do that or wouldn't do that, and I got work for Friday and Saturday. And Thursday. I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I told you I'd fly to London Saturday evening. You said you paid for it. I go, no, you paid for it. Take it out of my pay. Whatever. You guys refused. So I flew to Miami and wrestled there. Alright? I never said I wouldn't pay you guys back. That's a lie. Also, this show wasn't a charity event. That's a lie. That was a last second change. You also booked me the worst flight in history, bro. Middle seat, no meal, no checked bag. GWK, this is probably your last run.
And that's just so poetic of him to say at the very end of that. GWK, this is probably your last run. Well, it was confirmed that it was a charity event all the way, and Matt Riddle over here sounded like the biggest diva in the world. I'm not gonna go over there flying like this. What do you got me in the middle seat? No meal? Not a chance. What are you talking about, Matt Riddle? You're Matt Riddle. If you want to upgrade that seat, just fucking, what? Then he goes, oh, I got this booking here, I got this booking over there. Why are you double booking yourself like this? This is insane. But that is not where it ended. People kept talking. People were like, you know what, Matt Riddle? This is not really the best response. So what did he do? Well, he fired up the phone and he went again. Roll it.
You know, I could explain everything in great detail. I'm not lying. But I really don't give a fuck anymore. Most of you motherfuckers are dumb fucking. Just like when you believe that Me Too bullshit, all the other fucking garbage. You guys are all fucking dumb. And it's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. Fucking believe these fucking creeps? Ugh. Whatever, dog. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep getting booked. I'm probably going to start fighting again. I'm probably going to do a lot of other shit. Fucking crushing on OnlyFans because I've got a big fucking you know what. And I'm nice as fuck, dude. Everybody, if you don't like me, unfollow. Go fuck yourselves, alright? I don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, the cream fucking rises to the top. And I'm really, really tired of trying to be nice to everybody. Because I hate to break it to you, most of you guys are fucking morons. Peace!
Okay, he's coming across as unhinged as ever, bro. He's just swearing up and down the coast. He's calling everybody stupid, especially the people that believed all that Me Too bullshit that he said. If you weren't following the whole Me Too thing, the wrestling equivalent of that was the speaking out movement, and Matt Riddle had quite a bit of allegations that came in He's not a very clean looking character. I have no idea why this guy was still getting booked out there. Nobody should feel safe around this fella. I'm not gonna go over all of the allegations right now, but they're kinda heinous. Then he was in a relationship with another wrestler who he married. Then he cheated on that wrestler. Now he's a divorced wrestler. Now he's out there on OnlyFans slinging his big you-know-what. Okay, buddy. Really cool. But it was that Me Too bullshit line that he threw out there that ended up biting him in the ass again. But before we get into that bitten ass, Matt Riddle wasn't even done. He went on to talk about CM Punk and how CM Punk is a creep for always hanging out in NXT or whatever, and how his wife, AJ Lee, back when she was in the company, she liked to get around, whatever the fuck that is. We all know what he means by that. It's very derogatory, misogynistic, and kind of stupid. But because Matt Riddle came out here swinging his big you-know-what about the whole Me Too movement and all those idiots that believed it, oh my god. A convention that he was signed to appear at now dropped him. Sioux Falls was going to run the SuperCon. And Matt Riddle was going to be there until he said what he said. Then SuperCon tweeted out the following. In light of a recent public statement made by Matt Riddle regarding the topics of SA and DV, SuperCon has made the decision to cancel his appearances at this year's convention. The statements that were made in no way represent our organization or our event, and are not aligned with our mission, vision, values, and our organization. Fans that have purchased photo ops in advance for Matt Riddle will have refunds processed this week. SuperCon has always strived to be a safe and inclusive space and an event for all to feel welcome, including those that have been affected by SA and DV. This is why we, along with New Sound Wrestling, will be donating 10% of the proceeds from all Supermania tickets sold to the Compass Center to support the work they do in the community for survivors and victims. Incredible. Great job. Matt Riddle, you're the biggest idiot going, okay? And the next idiot we're going to be talking about over here isn't really quite to this level of idiocy, but she is very delusional and out to lunch times a million. You know, we're talking about Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was out here talking to a podcast. I think they're called the Lapsed Fan Podcast. And she just kept talking and talking and yapping and yapping. She was like, oh, my time with WWE was so hard. Why does it have to be so hard? All I wanted to do was work with my friends, okay? I wanted to go out there and work with Mina Shafir. I wanted to go out there and work with Shayna Baszler. And they just kept dangling that carrot in front of me, and they wouldn't let me wrestle my friends. Instead, they put me in there with superstars. Instead, they put me in there with big money draws. How could they? For some reason, they had me wrestle at the top of the card instead of in the mid card with my friends. What are you talking about, Ronda Rousey? What are you even saying? She was basically complaining that she didn't get to work with Shayna Baszler or Mina Shafir when she was working there, and instead, they put her in the ring with the likes of Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss was the one that was actually named when Ronda Rousey said the following. Quote, the fact that they had me fighting in there with Alexa Bliss was fucking ridiculous. And you want to know why they had me against Alexa Bliss? Because she had the most merch sales at the time. Like, what the fuck? That's your decision-making process? Yes, that is the decision-making process. She's very popular. You have a marquee name. You're not as popular with the fans. You're not as over in WWE. So let's put you at the top of the card with somebody that's actually drawing money. I don't know why you want to waste your time middling in the mid-card with your friends just to have a good time. This isn't just like a high school talent show or whatever. This is a fucking business. What are you talking about, Ronda Rousey? Some of the stupidest stuff I've ever heard in my entire life coming out of her mouth here. I tried to listen to the podcast, but it is drivel from front to back. She's bitter, she's jaded, she has no self-awareness, she has no respect. She's so full of herself, and it's just a headache to try to get through. So I recommend that you don't even try to get through it. Ronda Rousey is insufferable. They had me in there with their biggest merch seller. Like, that's a bad thing. Oh, they put more eyeballs on me. How could they? So Matt Riddle is like egregious and a slime ball, and Ronda Rousey is just plain dumb as a bag of shit. I know wrestlers aren't known for their IQ, but good lord. I don't think these two are going to be rehired by the WWE anytime soon. Okay, thank you for watching this episode of Wrestling Absorber Radio. I've been Dan Frampton, the official replacement for Dave Meltzer. Likes and subs, let's go. If you comment within the first 3 hours, I will reply. You know how it goes. Okay, goodbye, see you later, and have a good one.